Should we take a collective deep breath, you and I? That feels good.
All right, let's do this.
So this recipe we developed together. It was a very special moment for us back when we used to work in the same place.
You know, this recipe, it shouldn't be that complicated, and yet every little element was more complicated than we anticipated.
Well, that's also because there's like 5 elements to this, right? And one of those is the sauce, the chicken itself, the cheese ratio and combination and types of cheeses, and then how it all comes together. So you already made your sauce, correct?
I made my sauce ahead of time. I used tomato puree.
But actually, I couldn't find puree, so I got crushed tomatoes and I whizzed them in the food processor.
There you go.
I'm gonna make the sauce over here because I didn't have time to make it this morning. You already did. Good for you. You're ahead of the game.
With the sauce, I did not do the onions this time. I love the onions because they impart that kind of sweetness, that caramel sweetness.
Hell?
Well, the reason why is because I have a certain 12-year-old in my household who, when I put onions in the tomato sauce, he gets all cranky and complains about it. But I do remember the first time we tested this recipe, Molly went with I would say a very rustic cut of the onions, and they were big and chunky, and they were a bit much.
It wasn't rustic. It was just a diced onion.
I would say there was more of a chunked onion than a minced onion.
It was there. I've never chunked an onion in my life.
Yeah.
I don't even think I know how to chunk an onion.
Apparently you do.
All right. This is what we mean when we say finely chopped and not chunked. So we sort of want these small enough that they will more or less disappear into the sauce towards the end.
We always talk about this with caramelizing onions and stuff, and we're not really caramelizing, but it always takes a little bit longer than you think, and don't just turn up the heat thinking that you can expedite the process, because then they'll get all kind of charred and burned, and you don't want that flavor in your sauce.
Yeah, tomato paste going in. So this is now turning a shade darker. So I'm going in with 1 whole can of tomato puree. Another thing that we noticed is it really does make a difference when you use high quality canned tomatoes. And then I'm adding some red pepper flake, some salt, and then a little bit of sugar to enhance the natural sweetness of the tomatoes. Okay, so that's it. I am now just going to bring this to a simmer, cover it, and let it do its thing for 40 minutes or so until it's reduced, and I'll taste it and it will be hopefully delicious. You ready? Is yours warm? What's up with your sauce? Where it at? Let me see
My
it.
sauce, well, it's over here. It's already in the pot and everything. See, kind of in there. I got the good amount of oil. I got 4 garlic cloves crushed, a little bit of chili flakes, salt and sugar.
Great.
Okay, chef, I'm going to go get my chicken from the fridge.
Okay.
All right, so we have the big chicken breast, which is technically half a breast, correct? This is
No.
1 chicken breast total, right?
No. I think that we refer to this as a breast and this as a breast. These are breasts.
Yeah, okay.
These are 2 breasts.
Can you show me how to butterfly? Because, where do we start?
The cut you're making is going to go like this.
Yeah. And then am I going almost all the way to the end to open it up like a book?
Yeah, I would see, you see how there's this seam right here?
Yeah, I see that.
I would go about to there. I would cut in that way about to there and then unfold.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to try that. And be even throughout, right?
Yep,
Yes.
You just want to basically in half.
Oh, look at that. And it's like a little heart. Look.
Yes, perfect.
That's pretty good.
That's your best one yet.
All right, so I do one and then I do the other. And then we're going to pound
1.
these guys, right? And look at that, Molly. Hey.
Another one.
Hey.
Wow. Okay, so now we're going to put each of these one by one between 2 pieces of plastic. So, okay, excuse the noise, but how is yours making no noise? Are you sure yours are flattening at all?
I don't know what kind of acoustics you have in your kitchen, but yeah, mine's awesome.
I feel pretty good about this guy.
I think mine's,
One more.
I don't know if I don't like to overuse the word perfect, but I think mine's pretty kind of perfect.
Great.
All right, so now we're doing the marinade, right?
Yep.
And so we like to always grate with a microplane of some sort.
So the
Watch
full
your
recipe
fingers.
is 6 garlic cloves, and we're doing a half recipe, so we're doing 3 garlic cloves.
How much lemon
it's
juice
like
are we doing?
I think it's like 2 tablespoons plus a little. I'm adding olive oil. I'm going to season my cutlets with salt. So we don't have a measured amount, but just use your best judgment.
So you like a little bit of salt on the cutlets before you put them in?
A little bit? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, you're not seasoning the marinade, you're seasoning the cutlets.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
wouldn't call it a little bit. I would call it like the exact right amount.
Oui, chef.
Can you tilt down? I want to see how much salt you're putting.
I'm just doing
I'm
like
not comfortable.
I'm doing enough. I'm not overdoing it. It's going to be enough. I've cooked enough with you, Molly, to know how much salt is the right amount of salt. How about that? All
Looks
right.
great.
My
And then,
question-
we can, every once in a while, we can turn them over to make sure they're getting coated on all sides when we
Yep.
think of it.
All right, are we ready to do this, Boz?
Okay,
All
so
right,
walk us through the proper order, because I feel like people sometimes get confused which comes first.
First
Yep.
thing is we go in the flour. I think the important thing is, Molly, is to evenly coat it, but then shake off
Yep.
the excess. So that looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, that looks great.
See there? All right, so now we're going to go into the egg. Well,
Sorry,
I
my
forgot
food
that we're
tastes
using
great.
like big whole breasts. These plates are way too small. Another thing is, like, again, let it sort of drip off. You don't want that excess egg. All right.
And make sure that there are no parts of the cutlet where there are dry spots of flour remaining, because any flour that's not egged will not pick up the panko.
I like to pack them on there. What do you think, Molly?
Yes, definitely. I think that's how you like achieve that really nice, well-coated panko crust without having to do like a crazy double dredge situ.
Yeah.
Okay, look at my cutlets.
Oh, wow. That's like
Beauties.
thorough.
Okay, I'm going to clean up my dredging station now. In the meantime, I'm going to put these in the fridge because we discovered that when you add breading to something like chicken and let it chill in the fridge, the breading or the panko hydrates from the moisture in the egg and in the cutlet. And as
Yep.
a result, you get this like much more distinct crust, crackly crust over the entire thing than if you were to just go straight into the oil.
Getting the parm. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Getting the cutlets from the fridge, right?
No. Well, hold on a second. I just want to check in on my sauce. Here's mine. That's for you.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, thanks. We have our oil going.
All right, so here we go. And obviously, as they say, Molly, correct, you always go away from you. You kind of lay it in and
Correct.
then lay it down slowly. Oh, I'm going to bring the camera over. Ooh,
Okay.
Look at that.
I'm going in.
Yeah. Okay, you're going in. Mine is a little spotty, I would say, but it's pretty good in terms of like golden crispiness.
Are you in the weeds over there?
I'm struggling in terms of, well, A, I don't have a cooling rack. B, when you're doing it this big, oh wait, we got to do salt, right? The little seasoning sort of salt bag deal. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Look at that. I found mine was a little hard to get it out of the pot because this cutlet is so big and heavy. That was a challenge for me.
Yeah. Do you know what I did? I used those weird tongy scissors, and I also used like another tool to help lift it. So it was like
Yeah.
double-handed.
All right. I have...
How's your second
about-
one looking?
I got a spatula now. I got like this sort of like smash burger
Yeah.
spatula and this.
All right, mine's coming out. Here she is.
Oh my
I'm
God,
showing
look,
you my
I just,
cutlet.
you know what? I'm so gelling. Geez, that's amazing. Listen to that. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, oil off. Oh, salt. Got to remember the salt.
Cutlets to camera. So, final moments here are the assembly, which is also important. I guess this is when we can talk about cheese and where we
Hold
landed
on.
with that.
Did you see that?
Cool.
Okay, so mozzarella, I went with the Polio low moisture bots.
And then, obviously, parm.
Fresh grated parm, finely grated. And we're going to mix the two together, right?
Yeah. So we're making like a cheese mixture, and if you can get your hands on it, obviously Parmigiano Reggiano is the way to go here. So I'm going to assemble this in a like 9x13 baking dish. And then I kind of like even it out so it's not, like you're not just taking a ladle and plopping it on. You want to kind of evenly, almost the way that you would sauce a pizza. And a really important part of this recipe that we spend a lot of time considering is making sure that we leave some of those corners peeking out completely unsauced, uncheesed, so that we just get every once in a while a very crispy cutlet moment that's not totally smothered and wet.
All right, Boz, how does that look? Can you see that in terms of crispy
Beautiful.
parts still sticking out?
I think that looks
So
great.
now I'm just going to take the cheese and
Getting
again,
mine out a tiny bit.
an even application. All right, can I see what yours looks like before it goes into the oven? Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
All right, so broiler only, not 500, not like that, just all the way broiler.
Yep. And we're looking for good leoparding. So
Oh,
that
yes,
like
best word
spotty
ever.
browning. Best word ever for cheese.
I would just say
Oh my God, enough.
that it's important to
Okay, Dad.
to know your broiler. Like certain broilers are crazy hot, certain are less hot.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
would you like to see le chicken parm?
Yes. Oh, looking good. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, I'm freaking excited. Yum!
So I'm gonna now do the parsley, right?
Yeah, micro mince.
Boz, look at that.
That looks awesome.
I mean,
The
seriously.
cheese pullage that you have going on there is phenoms. Okay, look at mine.
That's that's not bad, It's not bad for
Not bad.
it's looking
That
pretty
is
good.
like the most iconic chicken parm you've ever seen.
I'm
Okay,
digging on
should we
this.
have ourselves some chicky pea now?
Oh, we just get to dig in? Yeah, right?
I mean, yeah.
Obviously. Simone, you want some?
Yums.
See, that's like the best piece right there, where you get a crispy edge and a sauce and a cheesy.
Oh my God.
She just said, oh my God. How about that? How about, oh my God, is that
You
good?
like?
Oh, she just said it's my best.
Maybe it's a little thick.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
That was really tasty.
The
I'm
flavor,
sorry.
the lemon garlic marinade, and then the breadcrumbs that are like seasoned but not overly seasoned, and the mix of the parm and the mozz.
Sharp and
Sharp.
milky and creamy.
Yeah, and cheese pulley. This was awesome. Can we do like a virtual high five across the country?
Yes.
I'm literally going to go open some wine and finish eating this.
Great. It's like 12 o'clock here, so I'm going to
All right.
proceed on my day.
This
Thanks
is
for
amazing.
hanging.
You're awesome. This recipe is BA's best. See you guys. Bye.
Bye. You don't want the oil necessarily to interfere with any of the flavor here. It's just there to make your really crispy.
Have you noticed that I haven't been cursing on this video? I've been watching my mouth, unlike some of us. Are you like one of those professional chefs who like curses at her staff and is always yelling at them?
No. What do you mean my staff? I work for you.
I've seen you in the test kitchen before, like you don't know I'm there, and you're like yelling at people and everything. I've seen you throw a pan a few times.
What are you talking about? I am the most composed person in that test kitchen.
Wow, throwing your colleagues under the bus.
Got a bunch of crazies in that kitchen.